Well, hello again, everybody. Okay, so I just want to say that my eyes are already primed and set with some translucent powder. My eyebrows are done, and today's look is going to be using the PB&J palette from Too Faced. So cute. This is actually the look that I wore in my review for this video, which I will link below, but let's just get started. So I'm picking up my fluffy brush and going in with the color Peanut Butter. As you can see, I dipped my brush into peanut butter and tapped off the excess, and I'm applying very little color right into my crease. This is kind of a dark color for a transition color, but it's the best transition color in the entire palette. I did talk more about this during my review. So I'm applying a very small amount and making sure that I'm blending it out very, very well. Because if you put on a bunch of peanut butter on a brush and then try to blend that into your crease, you're just going to have like an orangey looking stripe all the way across your eye, which ain't cute, guys. Not cute. We want to make sure it's nice and blended. So I'm going to do the same to the other side, pick up a very small amount of product, blend it out very well. I'm just going to keep doing that over and over again until it is as blended as I want it to be. I'm starting by applying this directly into my crease, and once I see that the brush isn't letting out so much product anymore, I'm blending it into my upper crease and into my lower crease, so it just creates a nice halo-y type effect around my eye. Now going in with a smaller fluffy brush. This is actually I can't think of what it is in this exact moment, but I will definitely link this brush below. This is my new favorite crease brush. Oh, it fits perfectly right into my crease. So I'm picking up more of this peanut butter color, and I'm just applying that directly into my crease to just really help deepen the crease. You can already see that now my crease is really dark and it's kind of smoking out into the rest of my eye. Now picking up my fluffy brush without any extra product on it, I'm just gonna blend to make sure that it's nice and blended. That's it, as I always do. So again, applying very heavily, a lot of peanut butter right into my crease using this smaller brush, and then I'm going to take my bigger fluffy brush to make sure that it's nice and blended into the original peanut butter color that we put that is very light. When deepening my crease, I'm not taking it in all the way to like my tear duct area. I'm really keeping it only on the outer half of my eye and then blending it out. If we take it in too far, it's just going to make our eyes look a little bit muddy, which we don't want. Now I'm just going to pick up some of this color Extra Creamy to go ahead and highlight my brow bone. I'm just going to dip my brush into it and start to pack this on all underneath of my brow bone from the outermost part all the way to the innermost part. Nothing new here. I'm then going to pick up my fluffy brush, which you'll see me do right now. And without picking up any extra product, I'm just going to do little swirly motions to make sure that that peanut butter color that we used in our crease is nice and blended into this Extra Creamy color, and we don't have like a harsh white line across our brow bone, which is, again, not cute, guys. So always make sure that you blend together your brow bone highlight with whatever color you're using to gradiate everything together, because if not, it tends to start to look choppy. Now going in with this little brush that comes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, which I actually really like, surprisingly enough. I am going to dip into the color Jammin', which is just like a really dark purple with a lot of glitter in it. It is so pretty, and I'm just going to start to pack this on to the outer V of my eye. I'm only taking this about 1/3 of the way into my eye. I really just want to keep it on the outermost part. Once I pack it on my lid, I'm just going to start to press some up directly into my crease. We want to keep this color low. If we get this color up too high in our crease, that's when it's going to start to look like we have like horns sticking out on either side of our eye, which, you know, it's just not what I'm going for today, guys. So now picking up that same little brush that I love, that little crease brush that I'm going to list below, that's my favorite crease brush, I'm going to start to blend out that purple color and blend it into my crease. I actually decide now that I like how this brush is packing color on better, so I go back into Jammin' and just start packing in more of that Jammin' color onto the outer part of my eye, and then blending it out once I see that the brush isn't really letting off any more product. And sometimes when I want to start blending, but there's still a lot of product left on my brush, I just start wiping it off like on my pants, which is what I'm doing there. Just wiping off the extra product on my pants so that I can go on and start blending. You know, the struggle. Using the same brush that I used to pack on my brow bone highlight, I'm going to pick up some of this color Banana from the palette. It's just like a really pretty gold color that looks kind of like bananas. Super cute. I'm just going to start to pack this on all over my lid where we don't have any eyeshadow yet. So I'm packing it on very heavily on the innermost part, and then as I get to where that purple color is, I kind of just start to do little flicking motions to blend it in to the darker color, and that's it. A lot of times after I finish packing on my lid color, I kind of feel like the whatever dark color I used on the outer V's of my eye, I kind of feel like it loses its intensity a little bit, so I always like to go in and pack on a little bit more. So I just picked up my brush and I picked up a little bit of the Jammin' color, and I'm just packing that onto the outer V of my eye to just re-intensify it, if you will. Okay, so once I'm done checking out my eyes and making sure that everything looks good, I'm going to move on to my face. I'm not going to show myself putting my face on, but I will show you all the products I used. I used my Makeup Forever HD Foundation Stick. I used my Sephora Gel Serum Concealer in the color Custard. I set it all with powder from the Lorac Pro Contour palette, which I love, and I contoured using that also. So now I'm going to go ahead and start highlighting. I'm just going to go into my Tarte Skin Twinkle palette, and I'm going to go, sorry, I'm trying not to like blind you with the mirror. I'm going into the color called Morning Light, which is, I think it's Morning Light. Morning Sun. Oh, it's called Sunlight. It's actually called Sunlight. Okay, so I'm going with the color Sunlight, and I'm going to dip my brush into that color and start to highlight on my face as I always do. I actually really like this highlight. At first I wasn't that crazy about it because I didn't think it was that intense, but I kind of like that it's not intense. Like, it gives like a really nice, soft, natural looking glow, which I've been really liking lately. And now, of course, going in with my Milani Cosmetics blush in the color Luminoso that I have been obsessed with. I'm just going to do a little no teeth smile and dust this onto the apples of my cheeks. I like to just dust this onto the apples of my cheeks, and then using whatever's left over on the brush, kind of blend it up in between my highlight and contour to fuse everything together. And if you don't like do that, if you just apply the blush right on your cheeks, it's gonna look like two like bullseyes on your cheeks. And you're gonna look like a little, what is it, like the little Raggedy Ann dolls, like with the little pink cheeks, which, you know, we don't want to do that. And then I'm just gonna blend everything out with my favorite stippling brush. Okay, so back to the eyes. I'm going in now to the color Peanut Butter using my Morphe M518 brush. I'm just gonna dip into that brush, tap off the excess, and smoke out my entire bottom lash line from the outermost edge to the innermost edge. Now taking a little flat brush, I'm just going to go into the color Jammin' and start to press that right into my lash line. I'm keeping it as close to my lash line as possible, and I'm only taking it about halfway in. I want my eyes to stay looking really wide and awake and open, and sometimes if you take it all the way in, it kind of closes your eyes up. So I'm just keeping it on the outer half to add a little dimension, but not make my eyes look smaller. Now using that same Morphe M518 brush, I'm going into the color Peanut Brittle, which as you can tell is my favorite color in the palette. I'm just going to use that to smoke out my entire lash line and kind of fuse together that peanut butter color and that Jammin' color. This is going to bring a bunch of light to our eyes and really help our eyes pop because it is such a bright, orangey, coppery, glittery color. It's just going to bring a lot of attention to our eyes, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Going back into that same sunlight powder that I highlighted my face with, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the inner corners of my eyes. So when I originally wore this look in my review video of this palette, I didn't have on eyelashes, so I'm not going to wear eyelashes today. I'm just going to throw on a little bit of my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and some of my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the color Cork. I felt like this liquid lipstick just went perfect with this look because it kind of looks like peanut butter. Like it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it just went good with all the colors that were going on. in this whole little eye look, and it actually like matches this palette. I don't know why, but this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and I hope that it inspires you to create your own looks using the PB&J palette. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!